Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
So the Bruins come into this game averaging 52 points, but they've also been giving up 52 points. For South, they're averaging 62 and giving up 85. Both teams are about ready to finish up their warm-ups here. If you weren't with us for the first game, you missed a good one, ladies and gentlemen, where the Northrop Lady Bruins came from behind in the last minute behind a great performance of Ariel Thatcher. She scored 25 points and scored the last 7 points of the game to give the Lady Bruins a huge win on the road, 59-56, when everybody thought Southside was definitely in charge. It wasn't to be because Northrop's Ariel Thatcher took over the game late in the game. She got some help, though. Brianna Douglas was on the board. She's got a lot of rebounds because their big girl in there, Williams, she fouled out, and she had to take a seat. So Douglas took up the slack in the rebounding area, and she did a great job. Every time she got the ball, she outletted it to Thatcher, and Thatcher's fast. She got up the court quickly and was able to score, and a couple of those late drives, she was able to pick up a foul and then hit the foul shot to give her the conventional three-pointer there. And Northrop with a big win. That's a huge win for them going into the SAC Holiday Tournament coming up in about a week from this Monday out at Wayne High School. On the opening day, there will be 8 games. They will all games will be broadcast live on SummitCitySports.com. Follow Summit City Sports at Twitter at 260 Sports. Like their Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have any questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, we've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Sports Center Inc. is a Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer offering equipment, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. So we're about ready to find out who the starters are for both teams here at Southside High School. Northrop looks to control the game by slowing the game down. They've got some size inside. And Southside will look to get out and run a little bit. They're not very deep in the bench. That's what kind of hurts them. So foul trouble against Southside will certainly hurt them. So Northrop's getting ready to have their starters announced. At one guard, number 3, Darius Craig. He is a senior. Richard Robertson, number 10, will start. He's a senior. Trayvon Johnson, a senior, number 5, will start at forward. Tajay Cobb, a senior, will start at forward for Northrop. Antoine Washington will start at forward as well, a junior for the Northrop Bruins. So you've got Craig, Johnson, Robertson, Cobb, and Washington, the starters for Northrop. Mikhail Stevenson's just a sophomore. Number 1 will start for Southside. Courtney Shorter will start, a junior for Southside at forward. Trajan Didier He will start, a junior, number 21. And number 5, Dennis Johnson will start tonight, a senior, the quarterback of their football team. We'll see who the 5th starter is. He came out with his jersey warm-up still on, so it was number 10, Amari Hall, just a sophomore. So for Southside, you've got Stevenson, Johnson, Hall, Shorter, and Trajan Didier. We're about ready to get underway here at Southside High School. I think both teams think we're going to have the national anthem, but we are not going to have the national anthem. That was played prior to the girls' game. So we're ready to go here at Southside High School. Southside Archers hosting the Northrop Bruins. It's a cold night here in Fort Wayne. You should be inside watching basketball, or here at the game watching basketball. What a great place to watch basketball here at Southside High School with a rich tradition of great basketball. Here we go. Here's the jump ball. Hall to jump against Johnson. Johnson controls the tip and gets it to 33, Washington. Craig to control the offense. Back outside to Craig. He's at the top of the key to Robertson. Robertson underneath on the alley-oop to number 5, Johnson. So Johnson right away, and now a steal by Northrop. Northrop pushes it up the court, and it's blocked and rebounded by number 13, Tajay Cobb. Southside up the court. Oh, nice dribble crossover by Stevenson, but it's deflected out of bounds. So Northrop out quick to a 4-0 lead. Didier to inbounds. He's looking for Hall. He misses him, and it's deflected and picked up by number 3, Craig. Craig to drive underneath the number 13, and that's Tajay Cobb again. He's got 4 quick points. Northrop trapping against Didier. He almost throws it away. Shorter picks it up. Now they're going to, Mikhail Stevenson's going to set it up for the south side. What a great start for Northrop. Shorter down to low to Hall. Hall up with about a 12-footer, and it's good. So Hall scores. Robertson brings it up. He's out on the left side. He's guarded by Didier. Washington now looks to shoot. He gets it back. Now he pulls up with about a 16-footer. It's off the back of the rim, and there's going to be a push. I believe it's going to be on 33, Antoine Washington. That will be his first. So Washington with the foul. That's his first, team's first. Southside to inbounds. Hall now gets it up to, oh, nice move by Stevenson. Now outside to Shorter. And his three-pointer is good. Shorter with 3 points. Northrop or Southside closes the lead to 1. Right at the top of the key, Northrop. Way outside. 3. Just a 2-pointer there by Johnson. Stevens at the top of the foul line. He gives it to Shorter. Shorter with another 3-pointer, and it's good. Shorter with 2 quick 3-pointers. 8-8 with 5:57 to go. Washington on the drive. Turn around, no good. Rebounded, outletted now to Didier. Didier up the court. He goes up. That ball is deflected off of Shorter. Right there to rebound it. Craig brings it up the right side. He gets it inside. Now, and the ball's deflected off and off the back of the rim. Stevenson to bring it up now. He's at the top of the key. He pulls up. Nice look underneath. Dennis Johnson with 2 points. So Northrop raced out to a quick 8-3 lead, but now is down 12-8. Stevenson guarding Craig. He looks out down here to number 13. That is Cobb. Cobb to Washington. Out top to Craig. Craig up on top to Robertson. Robertson controls. And there's a 3-pointer. It's off. And rebounded by Johnson. Johnson out to Shorter. Shorter races up the right side. He's cut off and now trapped. He tries to go underneath, but Washington gets it, and that's going to be a travel. Got a quick sub in here. Naker Brayster will enter the lineup for Washington. Southside to inbounds right in front of the score table. 4:46 left here in the first quarter. Southside leading 12-8 over the Northrop Bruins. Mikhail Stevens to bring it up the left side. He's guarded by Robertson. Gets a pick there by Hall, but goes away from it, gets it back. Now he's one-on-one against Brayster. Cut off. Now it's to Didier. All the way across court out top to Shorter. Shorter fakes. Looking for somebody to drive. Nobody there. Gives it up to Stevens. Out top, right at the S's. He gets a pick from Hall. He drives, cut off, stops. Now he looks for Hall. Hall gives up to Shorter, who looks for the three-pointer. He gets a pick. He's back to Stevenson, straight on the left wing. Now across to court to Johnson, back to Stevenson. So Southside taking their time here. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Stevenson sets it up. Northrop in their orange, South in the white. Hall gets it, tries to drive on Brayster. He's cut off. Now to Stevenson for a three-pointer. It's off the back of the rim, but rebounded by Hall. And I believe we're going to have a hold on Brayster, or is that on Craig? I believe Braster now with his first foul and the second on Northrop. Dennis Johnson gets the inbounds now out top to Stevenson. Didier now drives, takes a floater off the back of the backboard and in. So Trajan Didier with 2 points. Darius Craig brings it up. Cobb has it now back to Craig. Craig looks to set it up. Brayster wants the ball up top, but they don't give it to him. They're on the left side, right in front of the south side bench. Craig drives, cut off by Didier. Now to Brayster, outside to number 5. That's Johnson, and he's fouled by Shorter on the drive. So that foul's on Shorter. Action just a little bit quicker here in the boys' game than the girls' game earlier. Craig to inbounds. He looks for Brayster. He's got it underneath. He gives it up to Cobb, who looked like he traveled, but Amari Hall deflects it, and it goes out of bounds. So Craig to inbounds onto the right side of the backboard for the Northrop Bruins, leading trailing 14-8, but that ball is deflected out of bounds, and Southside will have the ball. Dennis Johnson to inbounds. He's got to stay put. He can't move, and he gets it to Amari Hall, who brings it up and drives right down the middle of the lane. Wisely goes right in, and that's going to be a block on Brayster, and that is his second and the team's third. Northrop's coach wants to travel there, but he's not going to get it. Braster was still moving on that, so Didier to inbounds for the Archers. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson almost goes out of bounds, but he gets it to Shorter, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Amari Hall. He's trying to set a screen and got caught moving, so that'll be his first, the team's second. So Northrop trailing 14-8. They were once up 8-3 here in the first quarter. We've got 3:05 left in the first quarter. 14-8, Southside over Northrop. Washington returns to the lineup for Brayster, has to sit down with those 2 fouls. Robertson up the right side. He's got a screen by double screen now. He takes a three-pointer. It's going to be off the back of the rim. And Shorter comes up with a rebound and outlets it now to Stevenson, who pulls up for about a 16-footer, and it's good. And there's a Northrop stepped in bounds or was on the inline, and that's a violation, and Southside will get the ball back. Didier to inbounds. Didier now to Stevenson. He pulls it back outside. He'll drive right. He's cut off. Now to the top to Shorter. Shorter drives. He goes in, and it's deflected, and Johnson picks it up and scores. Dennis Johnson with 4 points. Robertson gets his pocket pick by Stevenson. Stevenson, that's a good move. If he just would have used his legs, he missed a short jumper. Now South to set it back up. Southside now with a 10-point lead with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stevenson gives it to Johnson right up top. He looks for Didier, now gives it to Didier. Didier drives, tries to throw it across, but Washington catches it. Out to Robertson, who's up and good with the layup. Robertson with 2 points. Northrop finally breaks their drought. Stevenson's stepping it back up. Shorter with the ball, looks underneath the Hall. Hall gets called for a travel. And we've got a timeout on the court with Southside leading 18-10 over the Northrop Bruins. We'll take a quick break here from Southside High School. You're watching high school basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Holy cow. Welcome back to Southside High School, where Southside was down 8-3, but has gone on a big run here and now leads 18-10. Northrop brings it up. Now their long three-pointer. It's an air ball. That was shot by number 12 for Northrop. Not sure who that is. I don't have him on the roster for Northrop. Let's see here. No, there is no number for him. Try to figure out who that is. Robertson brings it up. Now a long three-pointer by Darius Craig, and it's good. So Darius Craig on the board with his first three. Northrop cuts into the lead, 18-13 with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Shorter drives down to the left, goes back now up to the top against Washington. Outside to Stevenson, underneath the Hall, who's bumped. No call. Johnson gets the rebound and scores. Robertson brings it up for Northrop. He's got a pick there by Washington. He backs it out back to Washington. Pick and pop, and it's good for Washington. We got 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. South Stevenson on the drive. And a 30-second timeout here with 19.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rob Shamble, that's a curious call. But he's going to take a timeout, and he takes a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Northrop raced out to an 8-3 lead, only to see that evaporate and go down 18-10. So we'll see what Northrop sets up here for probably the last shot of the first quarter, with Southside leading 22-15 over Northrop. There's our first whistle. The officials are trying to get both teams back out on the court. The band is fired up. The fans are fired up now. We've got a nice crowd that's assembled here at Southside High School. There's the horn. Both teams are going to come back out on the court. Northrop will have the ball right in front of me. And that will be Darius Craig with the ball, and he will inbounds to Robertson. And now the player we have no name for is handling the ball for Northrop. He's guarded by Stevenson, goes around his back. Nice move. He gives it up to Robertson, 10 seconds left. He pushes off a little bit. He gets his pocket pick. Washington on the floor. And we're going to have, I believe, a foul on Northrop's Robertson. So Robertson picks up his first, the team's fourth. Southside will have a chance to score here with 6 seconds to go. Johnson now to Stevenson, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Stevenson, a long three-pointer, banks off, and is pushed up, and our no-name player gets it and does not score. So at the end of one quarter, 22-15, Southside over Northrop. You're watching high school basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to Southside High School, where Southside leads 22-15 over Northrop after one quarter. Southside was trailing early, but it found their rhythm, especially with Dennis Johnson hitting the boards. He's done a nice job on the boards, collecting a lot of loose balls, getting in there and getting them for Southside, and he's the one that's able to help Southside get this lead. Shorter actually was the one that got him going after they were down 8-3 when he hit back-to-back threes and then got a nice layup in there to get quick 8 points in that first quarter. Southside now has the ball. Stevenson up top. He gets it now to Johnson. Johnson looks to get it inside, but instead goes out to Bobo. Bobo controls, back up top, nearly throws it away. Didier gets it back. He almost loses the ball. He gets it inside to Shorter. Shorter almost throws it away. And now Washington sets it back up to Johnson down low on the blocks. Stevenson wants to shoot it, but wisely backs it back out. He drives left, gets a nice pick by Johnson, and is called for carrying the ball. So after all that good work, they turn the ball over with a carry. So Northrop gets the ball back with 7:30 here to go in the second quarter. Northrop and Southside, both members of the Summit Athletic Conference. A very good Summit Athletic Conference this year on the boys' side as well as the girls' side. Darius Craig now, he'll bring it up with the left hand. He gets it inside now to Washington. Washington has the ball deflected. He takes it away, but I think he's going to be called for a foul. If that's on Washington, I believe that will be his second foul. That foul was on number 12. I believe it's right. His first. Bobo now with the ball. Now gets it to Johnson. That's a big combination in their football team. Stevenson jumps in the air. Now gets it to Johnson, who has nobody around him with the floater. Banks it in. Dennis Johnson with 8 points here in the first half. Robertson with a long three-pointer. Bobo gets the rebound. Now he'll push up to Shorter. What will Shorter do? He gets by one defender, and he scoops it up and in. Shorter now with 10 points. He's into double figures. 11-point lead for the Archers. And Northrop misses, but the ball's picked up by number 10, Robertson. He goes up with the layup, scoop in the arm, and it's a foul. So Richard Robertson gets a loose ball, picks it up, drives, and gets fouled. And he's fouled by Dennis Johnson. Johnson with his first, the team's third. So Robertson at the line, shooting one. Trayvon Johnson re-enters from Northrop. And he's out there with Cobb and Darius Craig and Washington. Robertson's shot is up and good. So Robertson with the three-point play. Now Shorter on the drive again. He drives, loses control of the ball. Oh, nice block on Robertson by Bobo. Didier now, he gets the layup. He's fouled. Who is that on? That's on Washington. That is his third foul. Actually, it will be his second foul. So Trajan Didier at the line shooting two. Waiting to come in is Amari Hall for Southside. He's at the score table. Didier's first one is up and good. His third point of the game. So South leads. And the ball's off, his second one's off the rim. Robertson gets it, now brings it up. (27-18), Southside with 6 minutes left. Washington gets the ball down low on the blocks. Back outside to Robertson, a long three-pointer rims out. Amari Hall knocks over, I believe that was Johnson, but comes up with the ball. Now Shorter will shoot another three-pointer, good. Shorter with another three-pointer. So Southside has found their rhythm here in the first half. Craig now to the left side. A long three-pointer from the corner for Northrop. It's an air ball rebounded by Washington. He'll go up with it strong. It's off. Northrop gets the rebound and it's deflected. And Johnson will be at the line shooting two. And see who this foul was on Southside. Omari Hall, that's his second, the team's fourth. Trayvon Johnson at the line shooting two for the Bruins. Bobo looking to return back to the lineup for Southside. That Johnson's shot is off. Omari Hall will check out, and Therese Bobo will be back in. Bobo is a very good wide receiver on the Southside football team and a defensive back. He's used to the contact, so he'll be fine out there playing inside. Second one is up and off, and he'll get his own rebound. Johnson looks to get inside. Now Craig has it. Good pass underneath to 13, and that's Tajay Cobb. Cobb with his 6 point. Quickly up the court was Didier, and he is fouled by Darius Craig. On Craig, that's his first, the team's sixth. Didier at the line, shooting. He was just there. He was 1 for 2. His first one is up and good. So Trajan Didier hits his first one. He's got 4. Southside leads 21-20. 5:15 left in the first half. Into the game for Northrop, number 11, Philo. And the second one is up and good. So Southside extends their lead to 12. Robertson brings it up against Stevenson. He looks to drive, gives it up to Philo. He gives it back to, it's kicked by Didier and out of bounds. So Sylvia Philo in the game for Northrop, and he'll inbounds the ball. He's guarded by Stevenson. The official tells him to tie his shoe, and he does. And we're ready to go here again. That would be Robertson with the ball. Robertson drives left, gets a double pick. He shoots and scores. Richard Robertson now with his 5th point. Long cross-court pass from Stevenson to Shorter. Now Stevenson gets it back. He's guarded out top by Johnson. He's cut off, and now back up top to Shorter. Shorter has the ball. He's dribbling against Craig. He gets it to Bobo. Bobo will drive baseline, and the ball's thrown away. Craig has it and cut off there by Stevenson. So Craig has the ball way outside, a three-pointer on the way. In and out. Johnson rebounds, and then he's blocked by Bobo. Shorter gets it, looks up. He's got no one around. He's going strong, and he dunks it. Wow, Shorter has come to play tonight. Northrop tries to get it out of bounds to Cobb, and he loses it out of bounds from Craig. Into the game for Southside, number 15, that's Eldridge. Wow, I got to tell you, Courtney Shorter has come to play tonight, ladies and gentlemen, scoring from the outside three-pointers. Now he has dunks, blocking shots, and a lot of rebounds. Stevenson brings the ball up for Southside. He's guarded by Robertson. Right out top on top of the S's. Now they get the ball to Bobo. Bobo looks underneath to Didier. Didier gets it. A little runner off the back of the rim and rebounded by Robertson for Northrop. He's cut off in the backcourt. Now across to Craig. Craig drives. Philo on the drive. He gets it underneath, and there's going to be a foul on Eldridge. So Eldridge with the foul. That's his first, team's 5th. 3:36 to go here in the first half, with Southside leading 34-22 over the Northrop Bruins. Darius Craig to inbounds. He gets Johnson where he wants him. And now we've got another sub for Southside, and that's going to be number 3, and that's Perkins. DeMarque Perkins will check in for Southside for the first time, and he will guard Darius Craig. Craig looks to inbounds. Nobody there. Now to Philo in the corner. He'll take about a 14-footer and miss. Cobb had the rebound, lost it. Now Eldridge is fouled, and I think that was on Craig. That will be Craig's second, the team's 7th. And Eldridge will be at the line shooting 1 and 1. So Darius Craig picks up his second. Eldridge will be at this line shooting 1 and 1 for Southside, which once was an 8-3 lead by Northrop, and they look to be in control, has now turned into a 34-22 lead for the Southside Archers. Eldridge with his first one, left-handed, off the back of the rim. Who gets it? Oh, bounces off the official, off of Didier bounces it off the official and out of bounds. Northrop will have the ball with 3:27 remaining in the first half. Philo now, he gets the ball to Craig. Craig is guarded way out top by Perkins. He drives on Perkins. He's cut off by Eldridge. Then Perkins is going to get called with the hold. So that's going to be the first one on Perkins and the 6th on Southside. So one more foul on Southside, and Northrop will be in the bonus. Dennis Johnson returning to the lineup for Eldridge. So Southside gets Dennis Johnson back in the game. Cobb to inbound. Cobb gets it into Johnson. Now Johnson to Craig. He's going to get double teamed and trapped there. Nope, Southside backs off. So Craig has it out top. He's guarded by Perkins, and that's going to be an offensive foul. I think it's a moving screen. Tajay Cobb picks up the foul. That'll be his first, the team's 8th. So Dennis Johnson the inbound. He gets it to Bobo. Now he gets a quick outlet to Stevenson. Stevenson right to the rim and scores. Mikhail Stevenson with his 6th point. Philo now will try a 3-pointer from the right wing, and it's good. So Phil Ho with his first 3-pointer of the game. He jumps on the ground and picks up the loose ball for Northrop. He gets the ball back. He's looking to push it up the court. Nobody there. He's trailed, but wisely gets it to one of his guards, Craig, who looks underneath to Cobb. Cobb goes up, and he's going to be fouled by Bobo. Bobo's first, the team's 7th. So Northrop looking to cut into this lead. Cobb now will shoot 2. He eyes the first one, and it's good. So Cobb now with his 7th point. He looks at the second one, up and good. So Cobb with his 8th point. And there's a ball thrown away by Johnson. Craig picks it up, and he'll shoot about a 14-footer, and it rims out, and is picked up by Perkins. Stevenson has the ball. He saw Bobo underneath, but elects to backs it back out. Bobo on the drive. His runner is no good. He gets his own rebound and scores. So Bobo picks up his first 2 points of the game for Southside. Northrop drives it left. That's Craig. He's down to the baseline now. He looks inside. He's trapped. Back outside. They try to get it to Cobb, but he's held there by Dennis Johnson. And on Johnson, that will be his 2nd foul. Trajan Didier will check back in for Southside. Tajay Cobb at the line once again for Northrop. 38-27, Southside, 1:57 remaining in the half. Cobb's first one is up and good. So Cobb now with 9 points. Cobb with the second one here. Nice looking foul shooter. It's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson now up to Bobo. Bobo will hold it out there. He looked to throw it inside but didn't. Stevenson on the drive. Once again, his shot is blocked by Johnson and out of bounds off of Darius Craig. Returning to the lineup for Southside will be Shorter, and he'll replace Dennis Johnson, who has 2 fouls. So Shorter in, Johnson out, Didier to inbounds. Didier to Shorter. Shorter out. Now he's going to get it back up top. He looks to get it to Stevenson, who will get it with 1:40 left in the half. He's guarded by Robertson. Nice crossover, but nothing there. Didier looks to take the 3, but Craig stops him. Now Didier will drive on Craig. Craig gets a deflection and gets it to Johnson. Now Johnson will get it to Cobb. The forward is controlling the ball now, and now wisely they give it up to the guard, Darius Craig, with 1:15 remaining. Robertson on the left wing. He'll drive, get it underneath. I think they're going to call a travel on Cobb, and they do. So Cobb never puts the ball in the court and gets called for the travel. Shorter to inbounds for Southside. He's looking for his point guard, Stevenson. Stevenson brings it up. We've got about 1 minute left here in the first half. Bobo out on the left side. He looks to drive. Now he'll get it right at the top. Looks for Shorter. Shorter has it way outside against Johnson. He'll drive on Johnson. The ball's deflected, but still goes in. So Shorter once again with 2 points, and Craig has it. Robertson has the ball in the left wing. Now down low to Cobb. Cobb drives, and he's fouled. 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Cobb will be at the line, shooting 2. And that foul was on Perkins. That will be his second, the team's 8th. 40-28, Southside leads with 42 seconds left here in the first half. Cobb's first one is up and good. So Cobb's 4 for 5 for the line. He's really done all the work this far here in this late in the second quarter. Foul shots and hitting them, so he's played real well. He'll dribble 1, 2, 3, 4. He eyes it, takes a shot, and it's good. So Cobb now. Stevenson, he gets a shot to drop. So he has 8. Robertson guarded by Didier. I think Northrop's going to look for the last shot. Robertson's got it way outside. They're counting. Didier gets tripped by his own guy. 13 seconds. Cobb comes out to set a pick. He sets it. Robertson will drive. He looks to kick it out to Darius Craig, and it's deflected out of bounds off of Stevenson. And Northrop will have the ball with 6.7 seconds to go, and Brayster will return for Northrop. He has 3 fouls. Brayster in the game for Northrop with 6.7 seconds to go. 6.7 seconds left. Craig to inbound. He's going to look for Robertson. Robertson gets the ball on Stevenson. He's going to drive left. He's going to take it. Oh, he's bumped and no call. Wow. Stevenson definitely fouled him on that play. So at halftime, it's 30 for Northrop and 42 for Southside. We'll take a quick break. We'll step out. We'll be back in about 6 minutes. We'll give you a score recap, go over what's happened in the first half, and get you updated on the girls' game that happened earlier tonight. You're watching high school basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. And welcome back to Southside High School, where the Southside Archers lose the Northrop Bruins 42-30 here at halftime. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Wanted to get a big shout out tonight to Coach Donnelly and his St. Francis Cougars, as they will play tomorrow for the NAIA National Championship against Baker University. Congratulations to Coach Donnelly and his entire staff as they look to get their first national championship in his career, and he's an all-time winning coach at St. Francis. So tune in tomorrow to Summit City Sports, find out what time they play, and watch the game on SummitCitySports.com. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. Give you a quick score update here, scoring update in this game. The individual scoring for Northrop: Darius Craig has 3, Trayvon Johnson has 4, Richard Robinson has 5, Sylvia Filo has 3, Tajay Cobb has 11 and leads all scorers for Northrop, and Antoine Washington has 2. For Southside, they've got a balanced scoring attack tonight. Mikhail Stevenson has 8, Therese Bobo has 2, Dennis Johnson has 8, Amari Hall has 2, Courtney Shorter has 17, and he's been electric the entire game with 3-pointers and a couple nice dunks. And then Tajay Didier has 5 points for Southside, who leads at half 42-30. In other action around the Summit City area, a slight upset going on over at Snyder High School, where the Snyder Panthers lead the Northside Legends 39-37 at halftime. Malik Williams, a Louisville product, or will go to Louisville, he has 17 points for the Snyder Panthers. And Jalen Butts, who is headed to DePaul next year, he's already got a double-double with 15 points and 10 rebounds. So a good game going over at Snyder this year. Last year, Snyder upset Northside in the regular season. And they look to do it tonight on a cold night in Fort Wayne. Also in action is Homestead and Lures. Homestead leads after 3 quarters, 45-37. So some big games going on around the area. These two teams are getting ready for the SAC Holiday Tournament, which will be brought to you by Summit City Sports on December the 26th. All 8 games, boys and girls, will be broadcast live on SummitCitySports.com. 8 straight games. Wow, that's amazing. From Wayne High School. We're ready to start the second half with Robertson going to take the ball out for Northrop, and he's looking to inbounds to Craig. So Craig, Robertson, Washington, Cobb, and Johnson to start the second half for Northrop. Southside with Stevenson, Didier, Johnson, Clark, or Hall, and Shorter. Cobb with the ball out top. He's trying to get it underneath to his big fella. Now Johnson has it on the left wing. He'll back it out, guarded by Shorter. Washington has it, now to Craig. Craig resets the offense against Didier. So Darius Craig now out to Robertson, who gets it back now to Craig. And we've got a foul underneath, and that's going to be on Washington. And that is his third, the team's first here in this half. Southside brings it up. Stevenson on the crossover. Now gets it to Didier. Now back down to low to Dennis Johnson. Johnson with his 10th. Johnson out top now to Washington. He'll drive right down the middle. His shot's off the back of the rim and collected there by Hall. Southside looks to run up to Shorter. Shorter's shot is blocked. Craig comes up with a loose ball. And there's a long three-pointer, and it's off the front of the rim. Hall gets it. He looks to give it up. Now he's got it to Shorter. Shorter brings it up the court. That ball's off the backboard, and now another one off the backboard. Some sloppy play right now by Southside. Hall will drive, and I believe he's going to be fouled by Washington. If that's on Washington, that will be his 4th foul. This is his 4th. So Amari Hall at the line shooting 2. That's going to be tough for Northrop now. Their inside presence is gone. They've kind of gone. And now they don't even have enough guys on the court, and now they do. Right back into the game for Northrop. Hall to shoot his second one. A lot of arch, and it's good. So Hall with his 3rd point of the game. Darius Craig controls against Johnson. Into the lane, pops it outside to right. A three-pointer on the way, and no good. It's going to be off of Dennis Johnson and out of bounds to Northrop. 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, 45-30, the Archers. Braster back into the game, and he'll replace Johnson for Northrop. Darius Craig to inbounds the ball under his own basket. Looks underneath the Bracer. Bracer's shot is blocked, and he's going to be fouled from behind. Not sure who they're going to call this on. It's going to be on Amari Hall. That will be his 3rd, the team's 1st. So Bracer at the line to shoot 2. He backs off. Now that he gets the ball. 2 dribbles. He spins it a 3rd dribble. It's up, and nice soft touch for the big fella. Number 21 enters for Northrop, and that's Snow, DeAndre Snow. Bracer's second one's up and good. Johnson inbounds at the Hall, now back to Johnson, now to Stevenson, back to Dennis Johnson. Johnson brings it up to Hall on the left side. Now to Didier still on the left side. He'll drive in the lane, a scoop, and it rims out. Bracer gets the rebound. Robertson all the way to the bucket for 2. Stevenson controls it now into the front court. Gives it up to Shorter. Shorter will drive to the top of the key. Gives it to Didier on the right wing. Didier stops, gives up his dribble. Back to Shorter. Shorter goes back towards the top. Now will drive towards the lane. Gives it up to Johnson. Now up to Didier. Didier about an 18-footer off the back of the rim. And Hall comes up with the rebound. And then it's deflected off a Hall by Bracer. And up the court now to Craig. Craig doesn't look to shoot. Ooh, and Didier has the ball deflect off of him. Doesn't even realize it. And that's over and back against Northrop. And now the official's going over to talk to Shamble about the play there. I don't think he wanted an over and back because I think he thought that ball was deflected off of Didier, which it was. So Rod Shamble having a few words with the official there. I think that ball just was bouncing off of everybody, and nobody really had a good look at it, including the officials. And now the official's still talking to Rod Shamble, and he does not agree with it. And now we'll have the inbounds pass by Dennis Johnson. He'll get it to Shorter, who's double teaming, almost steps into the other side of the court. Stevenson now looks underside, but Bracer with a nice play and gets it up to Cobb. Cobb drives on Stevenson, and it's a foul on Stevenson. That will be his first. First on him, second on the team. So at the line will be shooting will be Cobb. Tajay Cobb. He's 5 for 6 from the line. And he eyes it and off the back of the rim. So Cobb with the second one here. Northrop trying to get this down to a 10-point lead with 4:53 left here in the third quarter. He eyes it, nice rotation, and that's going to go in. So Cobb scores once again for Northrop. Dennis Johnson underneath the Hall. Hall with the floater, and he misses it. Bracer comes up with a loose ball, and then it goes off of Robertson and out of bounds. It was a good call by the official. That ball clearly went off of Robertson. Dennis Johnson gets it into Stevenson, who's guarded by Robertson. 4:38 left here in the third quarter. Amari Hall sets a screen for Stevenson, who stops there, and he's going to shoot a three-pointer. He goes around and out, and Bracer with another rebound. Up to Cobb now on the fast break, and he's going to get fouled. Shorter did not get back. So Tajay Cobb with 2 more points. Shorter, that will be his second and the team's third. Cobb at the line shooting 1. So Northrop trying to scratch their way back into this game. And they were down 12 at halftime. So Cobb with 1 shot. He eyes it and makes it. Amari Hall with the ball. He gets it to Shorter. Shorter's guarded closely. It's deflected. And Northrop comes up with the ball, and they call a timeout. So with that timeout, we'll take a quick break, a 30-second timeout. You're watching high school basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Northrop turns up the heat here in right about the 6-minute mark of this third quarter, and now it's cut the lead to 7. The Archers were up by 12, and now they only lead by 7. It's 45-38, 4:16 to go here in the third quarter. Northrop turns up the defense, jumps on a loose ball, calls a timeout, and that's where we stand here in the third quarter. So to inbounds for Northrop, it will be number 21. That's DeAndre Snow. He hasn't played much in this game. He entered here in the third quarter about 1 minute ago and has been in the game ever since. Comes out of the timeout, will stay in. Cobb comes back to help him out with Craig. Shorter is guarding the inbounds player. Looking for Robertson in the right corner, but instead they go to Bracer. He'll drive, and nobody there to stop him. Nico Bracer with his first field goal of the game, and it's a 5-point lead now for Southside. And that's going to be over and back. Another turnover by Southside. So Perkins to check in for Southside, and he'll replace Hall. Stevenson will take a break, and Bobo comes in for him. 45-40, 4:01 left here in the third quarter. Snow to inbounds, and he gets it in the left corner to Robertson, who will back it back out. Dennis Johnson's going to have a tough time in there with Bracer. Bracer goes pivot, and he travels. Reverse pivot, and he travels. He didn't put the ball down right away. Pretty good call by the official. Dennis Johnson's the inbounds. Northrop is pressing now. This is one of the issues Southside has. They don't really have another point guard other than Stevenson that can really handle the ball. Dennis Johnson will go right to the bucket, and he's fouled by Bracer. And Bracer may get a technical, and he does. And that was an official that was about 30 feet from the bucket. So Brayster picks up the foul and then gets a technical foul. So it's going to be 4 total free throws for Southside, and they'll get the ball back. Northrop, that is their 3rd team foul as well. So we'll see how they get this sorted out here with 3:45 to go. I'm not sure how that official could have seen that from the distance that he was at, but nonetheless he called it, and Brayster picks up his 3rd foul. And at the line shooting, this was the original person that was fouled. That was Dennis Johnson, so he's going to shoot 2. So Johnson at the line. First one's off the back of the rim. And now for his second one. Remember, Johnson got fouled on the drive by Brayster, who then picked up the technical, and the ball misses off to the right side of the rim. And now Didier will step up to take the technical foul shots, which will be 2. Didier has 5 points. Make it 6. The second one is good. And now Southside will get the ball back. So Antoine Washington, who has 4 fouls, will have to check in the game for Brayster. Brayster will have to sit down and cool off a little bit before they'll put him back in the game. Trajan Didier to inbounds. Now he'll get it to Shorter. Shorter against Cobb. He'll drive on Cobb. He's cut off, and now to the left side to Bobo. Bobo now out to the right side to Johnson. Now over to Didier. Had a long 3-pointer. Will pull up for a 15-footer, but gives it up underneath the Bobo. So Bobo scores. So Southside comes away with 4 points on that trip, and it looks like they're going to call Didier on the foul against Robertson. Didier, that will be his first. The team's 4th. Robertson to shoot 2. 3:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 49-40 Southside. Robertson spins the ball. Takes a shot, and it's good. Robertson, a nice-looking player, always plays under control. Good shooter, good defender. Might have got poked in the eye on that drive. So he'll have the second one. Takes a shot. It's off the back of the rim. Bobo goes up for it and then tips it away. Who will get this one? Darius Craig picks it up and gives it to Washington for Northrop. Robertson drives, reverse pivot, out of control. But there's Washington on the boards. Look up now. Didier will get it and go in for the layup for Southside. So Northrop had control of the ball, lost control of the ball, and Southside picks it up and scores and leads by 10 once again. 51-41, 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Craig now out to Robertson, a long 3-pointer, and it's good. Shorter up for Southside. He's guarded by Cobb. He'll stop his dribble, give it to Bobo. Bobo looks to pass it. It's picked off by Washington, who gives it up. Now to Cobb. Cobb will drive, and that's a blocking foul on Dennis Johnson. So Tajay Cobb will shoot 2. Phil Ho will return to the lineup for the Northrop Bruins after the first foul shot. Here's Cobb at the line. And it's good. Cobb now with 15 in the game, looking for his 16th point. He shoots, and it's good. So Cobb with 16, the lead down to 5. 2:25 left here, and well, that's a bad place for Perkins, and he's going to be fouled. And if that's on, and now Washington's going to get a technical, and he's out of the game. Northrop losing their composure here in the third quarter. 2 technical fouls on both on the big guys for Northrop. So who will Rod Shamble put back in the game? And I believe we have an injured player on the court as well that's bleeding, and that's Stevenson. Robertson, excuse me. I think he's the one that's bleeding, and he needs to be attended to by a trainer. And that hurts Northrop because he's their best scoring option right now. Snow to return and Wright back into the lineup for Northrop. So what we've got here, Didier will be shooting the technical fouls, will be Didier once again for Southside. Rod Chandler, I think Washington's got to go to the locker room. He hasn't taken a seat yet, but we'll see what happens. So Didier to shoot 2 technical fouls, and he makes the first one. Didier pushes the lead back up to 6, and now up to 7. And Southside will get the ball back. 2:23 here in the third quarter, 53-46. The Southside Archers. Northrop's got to keep their composure. They can get back into this game. They need to get back to that good defense they played in the third quarter early. Ooh, that should be over and back. Stevenson did not have both feet in the front court. That should have been over in the back before he touched the ball. Dennis Johnson now out on the left wing, now right to the top to Didier. Didier drives, he's cut off by Craig. Shorter drives, nobody stops him. He misses the runner, and Cobb comes up with a rebound. Northrop pushes, and now Didier's going to be called for a second foul. Didier with 2, the team's 6th. Both teams with 6 fouls. Maybe a little fatigue setting in for both teams. Robertson was attended to by the trainer, and now he looks like he's going to try and check back in just before this. And he's going to check in for Snow. So Robertson in, Snow out. Craig to inbounds for the Bruins. He gets it to Phil Ho, who looks underneath but throws it away to Stevenson. Stevenson drives, and he's going to be fouled by Robertson on the floor. So Robertson picks up his second, the team's 4th, out of bounds. Actually, that is the 7th foul on Northrop. So shooting the 1-on-1 will be Stevenson. Stevenson, 2 dribbles. His shot is up. Ooh, and an air ball. An air ball by the point guard, Stevenson. 1:51 here to go in the third quarter. Northrop trailing 53-46. Craig gets the inbounds, and he's coming up against Stevenson. Darius Craig looks to pass. Dangerous pass now to Snow, who just checked back in the game. Robertson has it. He drives, takes a shot. It's off, and that's going to be off of Cobb. He had it, and when he came down, it got slapped off his knee. Dennis Johnson to inbounds for Southside. This has been a long third quarter. A lot of fouls, technical fouls. Johnson inbounds to Bobo. Bobo looks up, looks to push, gets it to Stevenson, who looks at the corner to Didier. The defender runs by him, and he shoots a 3-pointer and scores. So Didier with his first 3-pointer of the game. Robertson on the drive. Now he'll shoot a long 3-pointer, and it's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Wright and gets it to Darius Craig. 1:10 left here in the third quarter, 56-46 Southside. Craig drives to the right. Now he gets it underneath the Robertson, who tries to post up Didier, backs it out. Didier reaches but isn't called. Craig has it. Northrop not really running any offense right now. Craig looks to drive. We've got 45 seconds left. He shoots a 3-pointer, and it's off. And then picked off by Wright. Robertson, a wide open 3-pointer, and he misses hard. I think we're going to have a push-off on Snow. 2 officials called whistles at the exact same time. So that foul is going to be on 13 for Northrop, and that's Tajay Cobb, his second, the team's 8th. And I believe Bobo at the line shooting 1-1 for the Archers. He missed a good one today in the first game where Northrop Lady Bruins came from behind and beat Southside when Ariel Thatcher just absolutely took over the game and scored the last 7 points in the game to lead Northrop over Southside 59-56. Bobo shoots the first one. It's hard, and he banks it in. Well, that's not normally the way you want to shoot your free throws, but nonetheless, it counts. Bobo scores. His second one is up and off the front of the rim, and then Shorter's going to pick up a bad foul. Shorter has not scored here in the second half. So here's a way for Northrop to get back in the game. A foul with no time coming off the clock. Shorter fouls Cobb. 11-point lead, 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We've got a sub. That's Eldridge. He'll return to the lineup for Shorter. And Stevenson is back in as well. So Cobb to shoot 1-1. He eyes it. It's up and good. Cobb with his 18th point. It's good. He has 19. So the lead back down to 9. Southside brings it up. Bobo has it. He's got to get it across the timeline. And just barely does. Stevenson gets the ball, drives in the lane, floats and misses. But there's Bobo on the rebound, and it's deflected out of bounds off of number 4. That's Scales, who just came into the game for Northrop. Stevenson gets the ball, and he's going to be called for a travel. He just lost control, and now Northrop will have the ball, trailing 57-48, 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A long third quarter. Robertson up the court against Didier. Oh, he drives on him. Nice move. And he gets fouled. Didier on the body. No. Didier wants to know why that's a foul, and it's easy because you're moving, and so is he, and he jumped into your body. So Didier with his third foul, the team's 8th. Robertson shooting 2 with 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter. First one's up and good. Robertson with 12 points here in the game. His second one is good. Southside quickly up the court. Bobo on the drive, and it's blocked there by Johnson. He gets his own rebound. Now the ball's on the court. Johnson has it. Gets it to Darius Craig. Craig now will drive. Good move and a good pass to Cobb. So Southside with a couple quick points there. Cuts the lead to 5. We're at the end of 3 here at Southside High School with the Archers leading 57-52. You're watching high school basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. We're back here at Southside High School where the Archers lead by 5. They once had the lead up to 12, but Northrop, when they play good defense and keep their composure, they're able to stay in this game. Some technical fouls in that quarter really hurt them, and they're lucky to be within 5 points starting the fourth quarter. Southside to get the ball here to start the fourth quarter. I'm Ryan Dellinger. You're watching this game on Summit City Sports. Don't forget to follow Summit City Sports on Twitter at 260 Sports and like their Facebook page. And be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel. I want to thank our sponsors tonight, Parkview Sports Medicine and Sports Center, Inc. Didier inbounds the ball to Stevenson. Guarded by Robertson. He'll drive. He's cut off. Got to get over the timeline and does. And that was a travel but wasn't called. Shorter almost loses the ball and then he travels. So Northrop really starting to play some defense. 12 seconds into the fourth quarter, Southside with a turnover. And now Northrop has the ball. Darius Craig brings it up against Stevenson. He dribbles to the left. He gets it underneath to Cobb, who's been the main person to score, and he travels. Good defense by Amari Hall. Amari Hall's had a lot of foul trouble in this game. And now he's back in, and Southside now to get it up the court. Stevenson has it. He'll drive to the basket. Nobody cuts him off, and he misses it. Johnson has it, but it's taken away by Stevenson. Amari Hall has it. Now back to Stevenson on the left side. Hall has it way out top. He's guarded by Robertson. He'll drive down the lane. Nobody stops him, and he banks it in. Man, he went down hard on that play. Amari Hall scores his 5th point of the game, and Craig up the right side. Nobody stops Craig. He looks down low to Cobb. Cobb's hit there from behind, but no call. A long pass to Didier, and it's going to bounce off of Didier and go out of bounds, but there's a foul on Robertson. That will be his 3rd, the team's 9th. Didier will be at the line shooting 1-on-1. Coach Shamble wants a foul back on the other end of the court that wasn't called on his big guy, Cobb. It looked like a for sure foul, but no call. Didier at the line shooting the bonus. There's his first one, and it's short and rims in. Didier now with 15 points, 10 in the second half. Second one's up and rims off and rebounded by Brayster. Brayster needs to keep his cool in the second half. The officials will be watching him. Here he got one technical. Robertson drives, it's deflected, gets it back. Now he'll drive baseline, looks inside, and that ball swatted out of there by Hall. Stevenson with a nice crossover, almost loses it. Got a lot of places to look. Shorter for 3, and it's good. Shorter with his first 3 of the second half. And Southside back up to 11-point lead. 6:28 to go. Southside leads 63-52. Craig on the right side. He gets it underneath the Brayster. He misses his shot. And what do we have here? Was the ball just deflected out of bounds? I believe it was. Off at Northrop. And Southside will control the ball. Johnson gets it into Amari Hall. Now up to Shorter. Shorter guarded by Cobb. Shorter drives to his left. Stops his dribble. Looks for a backdoor cut. Nothing there. Amari Hall now to Stevenson. It's nice to have these big guys that Southside has that can handle the ball. Stevenson will drive left. Look outside to Hall. Hall now to Didier. Straight up top. He'll drive into the lane. He's cut off. Probably a jump ball. Oh, no, a call to travel. So Northrop will get the ball. Either way, they would have got the ball. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout on the court by Southside. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Southside High School with high school basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. And we're back live here at Southside High School where the Archers lead by 11 with 5:51 to go over the Northrop Bruins, 63-52. At halftime, this game was a 12-point game by Southside. Northrop was able to close the gap down to 4, but then Southside went on a run and got the lead back up to 11. Some technical fouls on the big guys for Northrop contributed to that because Didier, when he's at the line shooting free throws, he's almost automatic. So Robertson now to bring the ball up the court. He goes to the right. Southside trying to trap him. Nothing there. Bracer moving around underneath. I would look for Cobb, but instead Robertson will shoot the three and score. So Robertson with another three. Amari Hall now to the right corner and that's a travel on Shorter. The lead is 8 for Southside. Northrop can cut into this lead. We have 5:17 to go here in the game. Yeah, Robertson sustained a cut over the top of his left eye. So he'll drive into the lane, pick up his dribble, go up, the ball rolls around and in. Robertson scores again. Lead is 6 for Southside. Can they stop the turnovers? Hall on the drive against Bracer. Bracer, the big fella, cuts him off. And now another turnover. See who's coming out. Hall comes out. Bobo back in. Johnson to return to the lineup for Northrop. And he'll replace Scales. So Richard Robertson having himself a nice start here to the fourth quarter. He's got Stevenson guarding him. Now he gives it up to Craig right out top. Now to Johnson. On the left wing, Johnson back to Craig. Now over to the right side to Robertson, who missed. Nico Bracer gets it. He's back outside. Robertson right in the middle of the lane, and he'll score. So Robertson really heating up. Game down to 4 for Southside. Bobo has a ball. He stops at the midcourt line. Now he gets a pass to Dennis Johnson, who has the ball. Backdoor cut by Trajan Didier, and good. Now Craig will push for Northrop. Robertson looks at the three. He'll drive into the lane, all the way to the bucket. He's bumped on the way by Bobo and fouled. That will be Bobo's second, the team's 9th. Robertson at the line shooting 2, 4:01 left here in the game. Robertson eyes the first one, and it's good. He's got 21 now in the game. He looks at the second one, he shoots it, and it's good. He's got 22 points. Dennis Johnson has the ball for South. He looks up, he finds Bobo. Bobo attacks the rim and is fouled. Good move by Bobo. If you're going to go to the rim, that's how you go to the rim. You go strong. The only way they can stop you is by fouling you. And that was on Johnson. That will be his first, the team's 10th. Bobo shooting 2 for Southside. This game is eerily similar to the first game of the night where Southside controlled most of the game. And Northrop was able to close the gap at the last minute by an Ariel Thatcher's 25-point performance and beat the Lady Archers. Bobo's second one up and out, and Bracer gets it. Craig now up the right side quickly. He'll go right to the top of the key. Nice pass to Cobb. And Bobo picks up another foul. So now Northrop will be in the double bonus for the remainder of the game. Scales looking to return back to the lineup for Northrop, but he has to wait until after the first shot. Tajay Cobb now, he will shoot 2. He's had himself a pretty good game. Cobb eyes it and scores. Cobb now has 21 points. He's joined Robertson in the 20-point club tonight. He shoots and scores. Stevenson quickly up the floor, finds Didier on the right wing. Oh, he totally misses. Cobb gets it, and now he's going to turn it over. He stepped on Scales' foot. We've got a 2-point game here, 65-63. The Archers. Trajan Didier to inbounds the ball now for Southside. He gets it into Dennis Johnson now all the way back out top. Stevenson will drive, pull up. Bobo has it back outside to Stevenson. He drives and fouled. So Stevenson with his 10th point. And that foul's going to be on. That's on Richard Robertson, and that will be his 4th. Scales out, Bracester back in for Northrop. Stevenson at the line, shooting 1 for Southside. His ball's up and off the back of the rim. Bracester goes up, and it's going to go off his hand out of bounds. Good call by the official. Southside will retain possession. 3:26 to go in the game. Southside leads by 4, 67-63. Didier to inbounds. See if they have a play set up where they get it in and pop Didier into the corner for a 3. Instead, it's to Stevenson. He'll move it out front against Robertson. Robertson's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. Didier way up top around the S's here at Southside. He picks up his dribble. Shorter has it against Cobb. The count is on. He better get moving or he's going to get counted for a 5 count. He gets it away in the last second. And now this is going to be over. Nope, they're not calling over and back. They said it was tipped. Oh, and who's on that? Yes, Johnson comes up with a steal, and now he gets it to Robertson. Robertson drives a little bit wild. Bracester gets it. Nobody can stop him. Cobb gets the rebound, and he scores. Cobb with 25. Bobo misses a runner, and it's going to be fouled by Bracester. And on Bracester, that will be his 4th. No foul on Bracester. They called a travel. We got a 2-point game here, 2:30 to go. Archers lead by 2, 67-65. Robertson shoots a 3 for the lead, and it's off the back of the rim. The ball deflects around, and Bobo had it, but it's swiped by Bracester, and Bracester's going to be fouled by number 5, Dennis Johnson. On Johnson, that will be his 4th. And at the line, shooting 2 is Bracester. Bracester's a tired young man. So Bracester hits both of these. We will have a tie game here at Southside High School. He hit his first 2. His shot is up and no good. Just his legs went out. Amari Hall re-enters for Bobo. Scales looking to come into the game for Bracester, who's just completely out of gas. He makes this one. We got a 1-point game with 2:11 to go. He eyes it. Not much legs, but it's good, and he's going to take a break. Nice job by Bracester. So Scales enters the game for Northrop. 1-point game, 2:11 to go. South to take the ball out. That's Dennis Johnson. He gives it to Stevenson. He gets it back. He's guarded by Johnson. Now a trap. Almost got it away. Northrop really swarming now on defense. Didier's got the ball, drives the left baseline, and it's blocked by Johnson. Robertson has the ball. Northrop looking for the lead. Robertson drives, finds a wide open Craig for 3. It's off the front of the rim. Didier gets it up to Hall, and Hall drives hard, and it's, oh, wow. That's better than giving up the 2. Darius Craig called for his 3rd foul, Amari Hall at the line, shooting 2 with 1:44 to go. It's the Archers leading by 1, 67-66. Wow, another good game here tonight. I've had 3 in a row. Hall shot is up and good. Hall with no dribbles just catches it and shoots it. And we have a timeout on the court. Southside calls a timeout. 2-point game, 1:44 to go. The Archers lead 68-66. This is high school basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. And we're back here at Southside High School. We've had a wild one. Southside jumped out to a big lead, and now Northrop has come storming back, basically behind the good talent of Richard Robertson. He's been pretty much the whole game now for Northrop here in the fourth quarter, as he has put up 26 points, and his team trails by just 2 points with 1:44 to go. Amari Hall will be at the line shooting his last shot. He was fouled by Darius Craig just before the timeout, so he'll have 1 shot for Southside. Will we have another finish like the girls' game? No dribbles, comes up and shoots, and in and out. And Bracer, who returned, got the rebound, quickly got it out to Robertson, who drives, but nothing there. He just got off balance just a little bit. That ball's deflected off. Didier gets it back. Outside to Stevenson. He'll drive lane, give it to Dennis Johnson. In and out. Who's going to come up with it? Darius Craig has it. We've got 1:25 to go. Now Robertson pushes again up to Cobb, who's had a hot night. He misses. Cobb gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. Oh, we'll see who they call this on. If it's on Dennis Johnson, that will be his 5th. And it is. So Dennis Johnson fouls out with 1:17 to go. He scored 10 points, had some really nice loose ball deflections early in the game, and was a big contributor to them getting out to a lead of 18-8 at one point. So Bobo will come in for Dennis Johnson. Cobb at the line, shooting 2. Cobb with 25. He's been very hot at the line. He eyes it, deep knee bend, shots up and good. We've got a 1-point game. Cobb looking to tie it and going for his 27th point. Rod Shamble instructing the guys what to do on defense. Cobb eyes it, it's up and off the back of the rim. I don't think that had a chance. Now a long outlet, thrown away. Darius Craig comes up with a rebound. He goes right to the hoop, looks for Cobb, and it's called for travel. Good call by the official. 1:10 to go in the game. Southside leads by 1, 68-67. And we've got Perkins returning to the lineup. Not sure who he's coming in for. And it looks like he's coming in for Therese Bobo. So Bobo will take a seat. Perkins is in. They got Shorter up. He's a better ball handler than Bobo. He can't move, and he's going to throw it. Almost throws it away. Scales almost comes up with the ball. So Southside now will be directly in front of the Northrop bench. Stevenson has to look to come to the ball for Southside here. Doesn't matter. Oh, there's a push-off that's not called. Shorter now, he drives, gives it to Stevenson, who fakes it. He goes up high up off the glass, and Robertson comes up with a rebound, and he's fouled by Perkins. So Perkins picks up his 3rd foul. The man of the night, really, for Northrop in the second half will be Richard Robertson. He's looking to get a drink. I don't blame him. He's played hard. He's got a big, I believe it's a cut over his left eye as well. We're under a minute, 59 seconds. Robertson at the line looking to tie this game up. 2 shots. Crowd gets loud. It's up and good. We got a tie game under a minute. We're all knotted up with 59 seconds to go. 68-68, live from Southside High School on SummitCitySports.com. Second one is up and off. Oh, nice hustle by Johnson. He almost comes up with a loose ball there. Southside gets the ball, 58 seconds to go. Hall to inbounds. I think Shorter's going to replace him, and he does. I would have Didier come up and handle the ball as well. That's smart. Now it's over to Perkins. Perkins dribbles up the left side. He's cut off there. And he throws it away. Scales comes up with a loose ball. Darius Craig has it. We're under 50 seconds. Timeout, Rob Shamble. We'll stay right here at Southside High School, where this game is exactly like the girls' game. Southside leads late. Northrop mounts a huge comeback and now has it tied with 47 seconds to go. Wow, what a game. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne Area Athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. We've got 47.2 seconds on the clock. Northrop has the ball. We are tied at 68-68. We came into this quarter with Southside leading by 11, and now Northrop has a chance to take the lead. On the floor is Cobb, Johnson, Craig, Brayster, and Robertson for Northrop. Perkins, Shorter, Stevenson, Hall, and Didier for South. They get it inside to Brayster. He's cut off. Back outside now to Darius Craig on the right side in front of the Northrop bench. The count is on. Now it's off. And once again, the count starts. Craig drives left. He's looking for Robertson. Nothing there. Didier on him. Brayster tries to get inside. Robertson picks up the loose ball and scores. Wow. Didier's going to drive now. It's taken away by Darius Craig, but he was out of bounds when he landed. Now Scales will come back in for Brayster. I think Brayster may even be cut open now. 21.2 seconds to go. Northrop is leading 70-68. Didier to inbounds. He looks for Shorter off the screen. Nothing there. Gets it out to his point guard. Back to Didier in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. He's cut off and fouled by Darius Craig. On Craig, that will be his fourth. Didier at the line, shooting 2. Brayster to return now for Northrop. Northrop wants to get the ball in the hands of their point guard, Robertson, or to Cobb, and Didier misses. Didier is almost a sure bet at the line, has missed another one. Brayster returns for Northrop. Didier to shoot his last foul shot. The crowd is getting very loud here. You can feel the tension. Didier eyes it, shoots it, and it scores. We've got a timeout on the court for Southside. We'll see if it's a full. We have a full timeout, so we'll take a break here at Southside High School with Northrop leading 70-69, 14 seconds to go. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We're back at Southside High School where tonight I've had two really good games. First, the girls' game came down to a late Northrop rally where Ariel Thatcher leads the Lady Bruins to a 3-point win, 59-56 over the Lady Archers. And now Northrop's boys team, who trailed most of the game, has come storming back, and now they lead 70-69 with 14.8 seconds on the clock. And Northrop to inbounds the ball under their own basket in the backcourt. Southside will surely press here. Craig will take the ball out of bounds for the Bruins. Will the Bruins run somebody long or try to get the ball inbounds to Richard Robertson? Robertson trying to get the ball on shorter. Now he's got it. He's in the backcourt. South has got a foul. The clock is running. We're under 10. There's a foul on number 1, Stevenson. That will be his second. And at the line shooting 2 will be Darius Craig with 8.5 seconds to go on the clock. So Darius Craig to shoot 2 for the Bruins, who look to take even bigger lead. They're up 1. He shoots it. It's going to be off the front of the rim and good. So Darius Craig with his 4th point. (71-69), 8.5 seconds to go. Shot is up and misses. Bobo has it. He gets it to Perkins. Perkins drives, and Southside with a timeout. 4.1 seconds to go. We'll stay here at Southside High School. Southside is down 2 points. We've got 4.1 seconds to go in the game. Southside just took a timeout on a missed foul shot by Northrop. It's Darius Craig, and they trail by 2 points, 71-69. We have a full timeout here on the court. It's been an exciting night of basketball at Southside High School. Southside girls were defeated by Northrop. A late rally by Northrop. And Ariel Thatcher allowed the Northrop Lady Bruins to win on the road tonight, 59-56. So Southside right in front of their bench. Who will they get the shot to? Will they take a three-pointer? Will they try to get it inside? Johnson to guard the inbounds. He's long. And now we have a timeout by Rod Shamble. So a lot of timeouts here. We'll stay right here at Southside High School. Coming up on December the 26th, it'll be the Summit Athletic Conference's holiday tournament at Wayne High School, where on opening day there will be 8 live broadcast games on SummitCitySports.com. So make sure you join us for those games or get out to those tournaments. Those opening day games are fun to watch. You're basically there all day if you want to be. So a great game here tonight, and they are just as good at that tournament, if not better. Coming up for Northrop on their schedule, after tonight, they will play tomorrow night against Canterbury. So Northrop will play Canterbury tomorrow at home. For Southside, tomorrow night, they go to Indianapolis Northwest at 6 o'clock. So they're going to go on a road trip. Southside has yet to win this season. They're 0-3, trying to stop from going 0-4 on the young season. They've played some pretty stiff competition in Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Fort Wayne Northside. So Stevenson to inbound the ball right in front of the bench and the score table. The official has the ball, and he's going to give the ball to Stevenson, and here we go. He can't go in the backcourt, and now Stevenson's got it. He's driving. He takes the shot. It's blocked by Scales, and we could have a technical foul. I am so shocked by the official. Did not call a technical foul right there. And that ends the game. Northrop is lucky that was not a technical foul. And there is a technical foul. We'll see how I think it's still the end of the game. But they're lucky that was not a technical foul on Scales to end the game. He got right in the face of Stevenson after a really well-played game. And now they're calling both coaches to the center of the court. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I would have to say that maybe they handed out double technicals. Both teams are returning to their bench now. The fans are going back. I think there has to be foul shots awarded. So now Trezon Didier is going to go to the line to shoot 2 foul shots with no time on the clock. This is crazy. So there was a technical foul called on the bench as time expired, and now Trezon Didier can tie this game up. Wow. I mean, these officials have to be 100% certain that this is actually the right call. And they are. 2 shots. Didier at the line. If he makes them both, we are headed to overtime at Southside High School. Now the Boo Birds come out. If he makes it, he gets one more. It's up and good! So Didier, if he makes this, we are going to overtime. He eyes it, it's up and good! We're in overtime at Southside. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this game. What a crazy, crazy finish to a crazy night of basketball at Southside. Oh God, I cannot believe this game. We will go to overtime. I've got to take a break. We'll be right back here at Southside High School. You're watching high school sport basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We're back here at Southside High School where I have seen a lot of weird endings, but none as weird as what I just saw. A technical foul was issued in the huddle at the end of the game when a couple coaches were yelling and screaming from Northrop. That's like their 3rd technical of the night. And with no time on the clock, Trezon Didier gets the chance to shoot 2 free throws to tie the game. We've got 4 extra minutes here of basketball. Now Hall gets it, dribbles it off his knee, fakes it, loses control, and Cobb comes up with the rebound. There's a deflection. Shorter gets it. He's racing up the court. He jump stops, misses it off the back, gets his own rebound, and misses. The ball's on the court. Hall gets it to Didier. Now Didier's trapped. He gets it to Stevenson, who's going to set it up to Shorter. Shorter on the left wing. Didier's bumped on his drive, and that's on Darius Craig, and if that's on Craig, that's his 5th. So Craig will foul out of the game with 4 points, and Didier, who ice in his veins, steps off after teams that already shook hands comes back out on the court, hits 2 foul shots, and sends us to overtime. Oh my, what a game. So Didier at the line, shooting 2 for the Archers. And it's good. He's got 21, make it 22. So South back up by 2 again. Does Northrop have enough to stay in this game after that crazy ending where they should have won? Robertson loses the ball. Oh, just a crazy play. Scales fouls Perkins, who will go to the line to shoot 2. So Perkins at the line, shooting 2 for Southside, leading by 2. 3:08 left here in overtime. His ball's off the back of the rim. He'll have one more. That's a tough loss for Northrop, losing Darius Craig. Philo comes in for him. Johnson gets the rebound on the miss. Now Robertson up the court, guarded by Perkins. Everybody's standing here in the gym. I've got to stand up just to see the court. Philo now, he's got the ball, back up top to Robertson. Scales sets a pick, he gets around it. Robertson now all the way to the right. Good pass underneath the Cobb. Good 2-man game there with Cobb and Robertson. So that fouls on Perkins, that is his 4th. Another 2 free throws here by Tajay Cobb. First one's up and good. So Cobb now with 26. One more for Cobb. Bends his knees, takes the shot, and it's in. Wow, we're all tied back up. 2:47 to go. Stevenson on the run. He's cut off there by Snow. Snow comes over to double team. Ooh, and okay, so he bounces it off of Snow. 2:41 to go here in the first overtime. 73-73. Just the craziest ending to a basketball game I've seen in maybe forever. Maybe the Russian game with the United States was just as crazy, but what happened here is just nuts. Now Stevenson on a back cut. Hits Shorter, who's open for a 3-pointer but doesn't take it. Southside now with the ball. Stevenson backs out almost all the way to half court. Scales guards him but stays inside the 3-point line, trying to make him go left. They're setting up a play here. Holding the ball, 2:17 to go here in the first overtime. Shorter out on the right wing, back up top. Now all the way around to Hall, back to the top to Stevenson. Stevenson's a lot of talking going on with Scales. Scales needs to knock it off. He's going to pick up a technical here if he's not careful. Didier has it. And it's tied up by Robertson. He picks up the loose ball. Bobo's guarding him. And Bobo almost fouls, but every Northrop player's back. Oh, that could be a technical on South. Man, Bobo just got right in the face of Snow. So Bobo picks up his 4th. Snow can give Northrop the lead here. He's shooting 2. His first one up and good. So the junior steps up and hits his first bucket of the game. And Northrop back in the lead by 1. Snow to shoot his second one. Wisely, I think they took Bobo out of the game. He was getting a little excited out there. If that would have been in football, that would have been a taunting penalty. Snow's second one is good. So Southside now down 2. We've got 1:48 to go here in the first overtime. Shorter has the ball. He's double teamed, and he gets hacked by Johnson. That was one of the plays where your brain says don't do that, and his body did it. So that was on Johnson. That's just his second. So Shorter shooting 2 here in the first overtime. Shorter started out hot, hitting 17 points in the first half. His first one's up and good. So 21 points now for Shorter. Here's the second one, and good. We're all tied up again. Robertson to bring the ball up for Northrop. He's directing traffic. He's down on the right side looking to drive. He drives into the lane, takes a shot, up and off the rim, and he was fouled. And that's on Amari Hall. That will be his 4th. Boy, if we go to a second overtime, we're not going to have many players left with all the fouls. Robertson to try to take the lead once again for Northrop. It's up, and it's hard off the back of the rim, and almost drops in. Scales to re-enter. That's a defensive substitution for Phil Ho. He'll go to the bench. He's a sharp shooting three-pointer guy. He'll check out. Scales will come in and guard Didier. Robertson for the second one, and that's hard off the back of the rim. And Shorter comes up with the rebound. He's going to bring it up against Johnson. He gets to half court, looks for his point guard, Stevenson, who has it. Nobody's going to cut him off. And he got away with a walk. Out to Didier, 3! Trajan Didier, the hero at the end of the game, and a huge 3 with 1:10 to go. Robertson from downtown. Wow! So just when Southside thinks they've taken the lead, Robertson comes down and drains a three-pointer himself right after Didier. Wow, what a game we are having here at Southside High School. We've got 106 to play. It is 78-78. And if you don't know how we got here, this is how we got here. Southside leads for the majority of the fourth quarter, and Northrop comes storming back, only to take the lead and be ahead 71-69 as time expires. The Northrop bench comes running out on the court, and there's a technical issued on the bench. Trajan Didier gets to come after the teams that shook hands, gets to come back out on the court and shoot 2 free throws, nails them, and we go to overtime, and that's how we got here, 78-78 with 106 to go in overtime. So Shorter to inbounds for Southside. I'm probably going to lose my voice here shortly, so stay tuned. Hopefully we don't go 3 overtimes. South gets it in, gets it up the court. Stevenson looks to push, doesn't want to shoot. Didier has it, gives it up to Perkins. Perkins gets away with the walk, but gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson to Shorter. We're under a minute. Now to Hall. Hall ball fake. Now to Didier. Will Didier look to shoot? He's been hot. And he goes up. Oh, and it just about goes in. Wow. See who this is on Robertson. This is his 5th. And it is. So now Northrop's both of their point guards have checked out or fouled out of the game. Robertson's out. Didier at the line shooting 2 for the Southside Archers. Who will step out for Northrop now? They really don't even have a point guard on the court. Didier shoots and scores. What a game. Southside leads by 1. We've got 41 seconds to go. Didier eyes the shot and gets it to go too. So Didier hits them both. We have a timeout on the court. It's 80-78. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Southside High School. You're watching high school basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. We're back here live at Southside High School, where Southside has just taken a 2-point lead with 41 seconds to go. Good idea by Southside now to go ahead and press, because Northrop's both of their point guards have fouled out, Darius Craig and Richard Robertson. Philo to bring it up. I would think that maybe they would want to get that ball to Cobb. Now they got to just get it over the three. No, and he throws it away. Stevenson gets it, goes up for the layup and scores. And that's the difference. No guards now. Cobb brings it up. It's deflected. He looks in the right corner to Snow. A long three-pointer. It's out. He gets his own rebound. Goes up, and he's fouled by Bobo. So Bobo will foul out. Southside up 4. So Bobo fouls out. Bobo will foul out with 5 points. Snow will go to the line, shoot 2. They need these 2. He hit his last 2. Wright to check back in for Northrop. He goes in for Philho. Snow to shoot 2. There's the shot, and it's no good. I look over at Northrop's bench. And I think that Nico Brayster, I believe Nico Brayster, who I don't see on the bench, may have been ejected at the end of the game. I'm not sure. I'll have to get clarification on that, but he's not on the bench. I know he did not look too good towards the end of the game. So Northrop, who had a chance, if they just would have not said anything to the officials right there at the end, could have won this game in regulation. Instead, they get a technical foul, and Trajan Didier, after the teams that shook hands, got to come back out on the court and hit 2 free throws to send us to overtime, where now Southside has the opportunity to win the game and get their first win on the season. Rod Chambly, he is all over the officials. Rod Chambly is, he may pick up another technical, and if he does, he'd be out of the game. That official's had a rough night. Almost every call he has made. So 1 shot now for Snow. Northrop needs this foul shot to cut it to a 1-possession game. It's up and good. So Snow hits his 3rd point of the game. South gets the ball in, and that's a travel. We'll see who the foul's on. That's on Snow. Snow with his first foul. He has 3 points, Snow does. Stevenson at the line to shoot 2. For Southside, we have 12.3 seconds to go. This to make it a 2-possession game. It's up and short. He airballed one earlier in the game. Stevenson, second one, and that's going to be good. Now Northrop has no choice. They need to get up the court. Johnson drives, and he drives it right and bounces off his own foot. 5 seconds to go, 83-79 Southside. Southside just needs to get this ball in bounds. They throw a lob up, and it's off of scales and out of bounds. Southside to retain possession. We got a sub coming in, number 22 for Southside. He's not on my list, so the ball gets inbound and and then dribbled away. Just a long shot by Shorter, and it doesn't go. Wow. Crazy, wild finish to tonight. And who would have guessed that Southside would win this game after the way the game was played in the fourth quarter, and those last 5 seconds of the game totally changed everything. Southside will win tonight, pick up their first win on the season. They will go to 1-3 on the season, and Fort Wayne Northrop will go to 3-2. Well, it's been a good night of basketball here at Southside High School. Congratulations to the Northrop Lady Bruins, who come from behind late and beat the Southside Lady Archers 59-56. Ariel Thatcher, a one heck of a player. When you get to see her at the holiday tournament, she is nails. Congratulations to Southside. We even still have some arguing going on the court between the coaches here. So the Northrop coach is being told to go to his locker room by the athletic directors. And so the game ends here 83-79. The Archers over the Northrop Bruins. It's been a great night of basketball. I'm glad that all of you stuck around to watch tonight. I want to thank my cameraman. He put in a long night's work. And I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, Parkview Sports and Sports Center, Inc. Well, that'll do it here from Southside High School. Once again, Southside over Northrop, 83-79. I'm a tired Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.